Hey guys, what is up? We are live here, and today we have a very special guest. As you can see in the description, and as you can see here, today I have Johnny Q. He is with us right now. I'm going to bring him on. Guys, if you guys have any questions, be sure to have some questions for Johnny Q. And I am excited to bring him on, guys. This is a Knockeye interview. I'll bring him on right after this. All right, guys, without further ado, this is Johnny Q. Johnny Q, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man? Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you responded. That was amazing. I love what you're doing, like your channels and like
Thanks,
you
man.
growing up. That's insane.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
can you tell us like about how that happened? Can you first tell us about your channel and what you do, and then kind of like the whole story behind that?
Yeah, man. So the channel has been compiled of the things that I like to do, the things that I find interesting in my life, right? And at first I was inspired by Casey Neistat. I'm sure we all have been inspired by him. And I picked up my camera phone on my phone and I just started filming. And I just started posting videos online about my daily life. And then in that time I was in photo in that world. Like I knew what to do because I was doing it for other people. And I wanted to upgrade my camera, and so I did. And it kind of just evolved into me realizing that I love different things, and it's people also like different things, but it's never shared. It's never broadcasted to the world. I feel like you need to have one specific niche on social media, and like that's got to be it. You have to like double down on what you like, that one thing, and try to build a business or a brand around it. And I thought, well, I like a lot of things. I like a lot of things. And so I want to broadcast it to the world. And so I am not really a niche mentality. If I find something interesting and I can do it, I want to see what I can do. And so I'm going to share it with the world. And at that time it was vlogging about my life. And then it went to vlogging about my, journey as a bass player. I travel all over the world playing bass for like different artists and groups, got to meet amazing people, a lot of big famous people here and there.
Are you serious? It's like on stage, like playing the bass for bands?
Yeah, like all that.
Awesome.
I produced a few records here and there. And so I was like, I have to vlog about this because I don't see anyone else doing it. And I have to show the world what I'm doing. And then that evolved into, then family vlogging, because I started a family. We have 2 little ones now. And then that evolved into going back to photography roots and videography and doing drones and just a lot of stuff. Again, my interests and what I like to do. And, I never was wanting to make a YouTube channel that was specific to one thing. I liked many things. I'm going to do it. And then when the pandemic hit 1 year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
Almost a year ago. Yeah.
Exactly. We were sent home from work and they're like, you can't come back for 6 weeks. And I thought, okay, we can't just sit here and watch Netflix for 6 weeks. 2 weeks into the pandemic, we were watching Netflix. I was like, okay, we got to get up and do something. So I went to Walmart and I got paint and I got canvases because I'm like, kids love to paint.
Are you serious?
I want to paint. Why not? Let's just finger paint and have fun as a family, right? So we went in the backyard, just started doing it. It was fun. It was exciting. We got, closer as family and all that stuff. Then I started to think, what would happen if I put paint on a canvas and threw it like a Frisbee? Would any cool patterns emerge? Would something, fun and exciting happen? I don't know why I thought that. I just did, and to preface this, I didn't see anybody else do the spin art first. I never was like researching how to create spin art or how to do it.
So it was just your own kind of creativity of you trying to.
Yeah, just try different things because I was finger painting with my, 3-year-old.
Nice.
And
okay.
It kind of, I have videos of me chucking a canvas around like it's a Frisbee, and it just started doing different things. And I was like, okay, this is actually pretty sick. I mean, I should put this on TikTok and see what happens. And, I got I got some cool feedback like, yeah, that's pretty dope, but nothing really just kind of took off. It was that next day where we were watching TV, there's a snowstorm, and it kind of just hit me out of nowhere. What if I put a canvas on a drill and spun it? Like, how could I rig that up? Because I
Okay.
know that
So you're watching TV and there's a snowstorm and that triggered that idea?
I don't know what it triggered, but it was just that's what I was doing.
Okay.
And I was just like, because I was thinking of, it's cool that we made some art and, there was some cool feedback on TikTok. But again, I wasn't thinking and researching spin art. I wasn't thinking, how can I make this as a business? Can I move this forward as a thing that I do full time?
Yeah.
It just, for some reason, okay, what if I attached a drill to a canvas? And I think we were watching Tiger King on Netflix.
Really?
And yeah, we were watching it and it just came to me. Drill to a canvas, rig it up somehow. And I thought, okay, let me try that really quick. So I grabbed a couple things and I went outside in the snowstorm. And that was like pretty much the first video that got me, I think it was like more than 2 million views. That
That's
video of
insane.
me doing spin art in the snowstorm.
Was it
And
the
then-
very first one you posted? It just like blew up like in that instant?
I think
Or
it was
like
maybe the
first
third.
or the
I
third?
think it was the first official spin art in your face when I'm doing the drill, kind of how I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Because the first few ones were me just chucking it like a frisbee. But then that first initial spin art with the drill did get me like, 2 million views and stuff like that. But like that's from literally, I think a year ago, quite literally.
Guys, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, it's this, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, this is where I put it on while it's spinning, but like, yeah, I usually put it on before it's spinning, and then I'll spin it into the spin art.
So like you started doing this, I'm sure you got better at it, or you figured out like a cool way or like some skill to
Yeah.
make
So
a cool painting or something?
like the very first ones, I just put a bunch of paint on the canvas, not knowing what to do, right? And
Yeah.
whenever you put a bunch of paint on a canvas and spin it, it just creates a big blob of mess. And, after I posted that video, I had several people reach out, and someone from, back home was like, hey, I want to buy that piece. Like, that piece looks sick. It's going to look
Are
great in
you
my room.
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of how, I would do it, what you're showing here. And so I got better at kind of mixing the colors and putting the paint on the canvas. And it's always funny when people say, this takes no skill. And I'm like, to a degree it doesn't, but, because I was in design and marketing and video work, like I know what colors to use and how to put them on there and how to mix them. And it, creates this, which is, but when someone reached out, they wanted a piece. I was like, okay, I'm going to sell this. So I made a full e-commerce website in an hour, and I had my first sale. And that
How
same
much did
day,
you sell it? Just wondering.
oh, I think I sold it for like, it was a small one. It was an 11 by 14. And so I think I sold it for like $50, 50 or $60.
Yeah.
Again, a small piece. And then that same day, someone else wanted that same piece, but it was sold out. And then the next day it was 1 or 2 pieces. The next day it went to 5. Next it was 10. And it just kept going and going. And I'm like, maybe people want some of this in their life because, we're all inside, we're stuck. People are spending money on Amazon, all over the place. And I just decided to go with it. And that first month, it was pretty awesome. I think I made like 100 to 200 pieces. It was like full blown thing. And then we went back to work and I didn't stop it. So I did a 9 to 5. And then from 5:30 to like midnight, I would do everything Johnny Q spin art.
And so, every piece that you made, you would create a video for it, right? Is that what I'm understanding? Or not really?
I had to stop because it got too hectic.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I think up to date, I think I have almost closing in on over almost 2,000 orders. But then you put that with like pieces that have 3 pieces or 2 pieces, then it's like almost a little bit more. So I think I've made over 3,000 pieces in the span of 12 months. So it's been crazy. And that's kind of how spin art started. Again, I wasn't researching how to do it. It just came to me. And, it's something that I like doing. And it's something that, made me quit my job. And now I'm doing this full time. And again, I started posting on YouTube. At first, I started posting long form video, which was 3 to 5 minutes, just kind of bringing you along how I did spin art and how I did all these different things, including, how to put it on the canvas, how to put the paint on there, what paint I get going to Michael's, getting sponsored by a couple big companies like that.
Yeah. And that's pretty, I mean, that's at what point, you started on TikTok, and I'm sure it blew up on TikTok, but then you posted it on YouTube. And what I'm amazed is literally 21 million views this year, right?
This year alone.
That's insane. Okay, my top video is 17 million views. And that took me 2 years. So it's like, do you, how did that happen? How did that click between okay, I'm going to post this on YouTube. If it's working on TikTok, was it how did that work? How did that click?
So I'm always looking out for what app is going to work best, what algorithm, chooses the best content. And I'm not saying mine is the best content, but it kind of worked out like that, where at the time, Instagram stories was out, Twitter was bringing out stories, and then TikTok, everybody wanted to be TikTok, and they wanted to be that short story form. And then YouTube came along and just said, hey, we're going to be doing this YouTube shorts. And I thought, okay, if a big company, big platform like YouTube is going to get into it, I have to pay attention. And so I read up for I think a week or two, kind of read on what they would be releasing and how it would work. But basically any video under 1 minute will be classified as a short. And it's basically like posting a TikTok or an Instagram story or Instagram reel, which I meant Instagram reel, not story. But, and even on the Instagram reels, it's up to 30 seconds. So you can't do longer than 30 seconds as of, this video. But what you see here is me posting my TikToks on YouTube as shorts. And I was pretty much thinking, and I still think, I'm killing two birds with one stone. You know, I still own this video. It just has the TikTok watermarks, which is fine. But I like to say that I got on the YouTube short trend early. And, because
this was posted January 13, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Literally 40, 50 days ago.
And it's 21 million views. And, that's
insane.
My whole entire channel literally blew up. And because it's so, and again, it goes back to my mantra, which is hashtag keep on creating. And if I hadn't done all of the past, I would not be able to get to this. And because I was able to make an engaging, valuable content, even in the span of 36 seconds, it got your attention in the first 3 seconds. And people started liking it. They started viewing it. YouTube, the algorithm must have picked it up.
It loves you. YouTube loved that video. They promoted
it. And it started pushing it out on stories. Because when you're scrolling through, you can click on stories. You watch one story, you scroll, you watch another story. And you can always go to their YouTube channel on the app. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to start posting this on YouTube. Every single TikTok, most TikToks that I make will now go on YouTube Shorts.
So your approach is go for TikTok and then export that out onto YouTube Shorts. That's kind of hit two birds.
Right. So my goal is to become a full-time YouTuber, right? Like that has been my goal. And, we saw people on Vine. They were big on Vine and then they transported to YouTube, like a lot of big creators that we love. And it's like, I'm seeing this trend. Now we're seeing a lot of people from TikTok going on to YouTube. And I thought, this is it. Like we're now seeing this trend. It's happened 2 other times.
It's weird because YouTube has been around for such a long time. And then these new platforms come and everyone's like, oh, YouTube's dead, whatever. And now it seems like YouTube reinvents itself. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, do you think there'll be new YouTubers coming up? Do you think there's a new wave of new faces that are just, I feel like that comes happen every
single day, man. Every single day. And not TikTok, but YouTube, when people say that, I just think you can think what you want to think. YouTube is not dead. It's not dying. I think there might have been a lull because people perceived it like that. But I find that the people that say that, it's like the saying, don't take financial advice from broke people, right? It just doesn't work. So why would you take advice or take someone's word when they're not posting content? They have 0 views, 0 subscribers. It's like, if I were to say that, and I can say that I have pretty good views on my shorts and other videos, YouTube is dying. It's not, because it's working
Not for
me
you.
better.
It's going.
And I
It's
would
going
be kind of
amazing
selfish,
for you.
right? But I'm just saying, like, YouTube is not dead. I think other platforms could be on the verge of like potentially falling off, just because there's not a lot of users, not a lot of content. They're copying other platforms. But my intention, my goal was create awesome content on TikTok, and if that's working, translate that to shorts, especially YouTube shorts, and just see what happens. And apparently, it's good to do it. So
Now, how did you feel when you post, let's say that one with 21 million? I'm sure you would look at your account and you would just see, OMG. I'm sure you would get like 500,000 views every day. I'm thinking, or like 200,000. How did you feel?
Yeah.
Was it
So, dude, honestly, like, I didn't really notice it up until a couple weeks after. I didn't realize that I had that many views. I saw my subscriber count go from 10,000 subscribers to the next day 20,000, the next day 30,000, 40,000. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, something's hitting. Because at that point, I don't know which video it was, because I was posting between 5 to 8 YouTube shorts every single day. And so at that point, I wasn't even looking at my analytics, because I was just creating at that point. It was new. It was a YouTube shorts. I was like, I need to learn all about this. I was just posting every single day. It was finally like 2 weeks after where I just thought, okay, I'm gonna go look back, and I'm realizing this has like over 10 million views in the span of like, just a week or so. And so I'm just thinking, okay, so YouTube shorts is going, and then I'm seeing other videos at like 3 million views, 1 million views, 5 million views, 500,000 views. And like day by day, I was gaining 10,000 subscribers. And people can call cap on that, but it's not. It literally, that's how it was. And I saw the same thing happen with me on TikTok. It was those few like strand of videos in a span of 2 weeks where I was getting lots of views, a lot of subscribers or followers. But again, it's more so on how you post. Like, not every short will succeed. Again, I believe that the YouTube shorts are for punchy, entertaining content. If it brings you in, and if it makes you watch the entire video, like, you're winning, And I don't suggest posting all of your TikToks on the YouTube shorts, just because I have that wow factor of Johnny Q art. You know what I mean? It's like, what is this guy doing with the canvas? Oh, he's putting paint on this. And it just makes you watch even longer. And then finally I spin it. That's where it kind of becomes, whoa, okay, that's cool. Then I'll like it, and then they'll like it.
So you have like a structure on how you structure that 1 minute, right? You make it like, oh, look, I'm gonna do something, and then you spin it like at the 30-second mark or something like that.
Yeah, like, I'll spin it as it continues through the video. But I guess what I'm saying is, because you don't see what I do on every day, it's almost like I'm already bringing you in. And that's how I could think it kind of got rapid fire. And I gained like 300,000 subscribers in the span of a month or so. I think 200,000 in the span of weeks. And then it was 100,000 in the span of like,
that's crazy.
2 or 3 weeks.
I keep saying this because you hear a lot of like advice out there, and everyone says, oh, you can get maybe 100K in a year, maybe, or in 2 years, but you did it in like 2 months. So it's like,
yeah, and I did, yes. And it goes back to, again, my mantra, if I was doing just the things that I wanted to do, because at the time I was wanting to put all of my content on YouTube, make it pristine, make it nice, make it look cool. But I was like, this is not working. Like, I'm getting tens of views. I'm getting hundreds of views on some of these videos. And so the fact is that nobody cares. And so I realized I have to make people care about what I do. And since it's working on TikTok, I'm going to start putting this on YouTube. And as soon as you start not caring what people think about your content and the look that you have, like, literally my door started to open. And it was because of that mentality of creating different things that led me to, okay, yeah, this guy had 21 million views on one video that's 36 seconds long. That doesn't happen, and not to say it won't happen again. Like, I'm seeing my views going up and they're consistent, but it was crazy to see that I was for sure an early adopter ish, and still, YouTube Shorts is evolving, and I think
True.
the last we heard from
Well,
the
I think it's the competition, like
Mhm.
they really want to compete with TikTok, so they really put a focus. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. They really put a focus on the shorts.
Yeah. So on my YouTube channel, there's the Creator Insider. It's like a newsletter that YouTube puts out to their, YouTubers or whatever, content creators. And the CEO said that pretty much the YouTube Shorts isn't going away. It's actually blowing up. Like there's millions and millions and billions of views on YouTube Shorts every single day. And so that she, saying, we encourage you to create on YouTube Shorts. Again, there's a whole different, marketing plan for that as well. Like get on YouTube and always post on YouTube. But the fact is that YouTube as a whole is not going anywhere. And now they structured YouTube Shorts. So me as a creator, I need to 100% dive in, know everything about YouTube Shorts, and just
Well, I
do it.
feel like you're an expert now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say I'm an expert. I'm
not
just
an expert, but you have the results of like an expert.
Right. And I would encourage everybody who's watching, like, just do it. Put it up on YouTube Shorts. Who cares if you get 5 views? Just try different things. So that's kind of how I got here, and it's going awesome.
Now, question with if you don't mind sharing. I know, like with monetization, they like longer form videos because of like the ad breaks. Is there do you see anything with the monetization in your short videos? Is there anything,
so
how does that look like for you?
Yep. They say that the watch time on a YouTube short will not contribute to your, I think it's watch time, because I think to get monetized on a YouTube channel, you need like 1,000 hours watched and 1,000 subscribers. I think it's something like that. But the watch time on YouTube Shorts will not contribute as much to that entire goal. But since I've been past that and my channel has been monetized, I do get monetized on those YouTube Shorts. But because it's not over a minute long or 2 minutes, it's a little bit less, right? Just because, my CPM will go down because it's a shorter video, but it's a
long. You have shorter videos, but like way more views. It doesn't make up for that, do you think? Or do you see it being like something sustainable for YouTube creators? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't be as sustainable, just because they're giving you, let's say, 50 cents for a CPM, and your CPM is per 1,000 views. So 10 cents times 1,000 or 50 cents times 1,000 wouldn't be sustainable, right? And that's just like on one video. So, and I think, like, I don't know too much about it, but I think the way they structure their YouTube short views to money is not that much, and so I wouldn't say you'd have to have, again, more like 20 million views on every single video to have, I think, some sort of a living. But I'm still trying to structure that out myself. But that's why I'm coming out with longer content.
I feel like people, you have the other option. Well, people buying your art, like
yeah.
That's obviously a direct way of monetizing it.
Right. Yeah. And so, that's what I do, and it's working out. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I do it.
Very cool, man. This is great. I have one more question for you, and then I'm going to bring on Fred and NSG Godly. They're in backstage right now. And they're going to just kind of ask you questions or whatever they have. And then we'll take some questions from the chat. But my final question is, I saw a picture where you're holding your YouTube award.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you got that? Like, what was that experience like?
Yeah. So again, that's been a long, time dream, becoming a YouTuber, then finally getting 100,000 subscribers. But just holding that plaque kind of just symbolized all, the hard work that goes into that, kind of trying different things. And if I wasn't trying different things, I probably wouldn't be here. And so that plaque represents, again, the Johnny Q mind and my interest in all of these different things, which tells me, like, keep creating different things. Go after, maybe tomorrow I'll get into, I don't know, something different. That's why I started posting Pokemon unboxing videos, because I like watching other people unbox Pokemon cards. And so I'm like, I think I can do that. Let's try it, and so far it's going well. And I think Again, that plaque symbolizes just the Johnny Q mentality, and now I'm on track to do 1 million subscribers this year, God willing, and then I'll be holding the gold one. And so it's just, yeah, man, it's a good feeling, you know?
Very cool, man. So I'm going to bring on Fred. Fred, I'm going to bring you on. How are you doing, Fred?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me, Joey.
For sure. Do you have any questions for Johnny Q? Anything
I
that you
do.
want to share?
I do indeed. My first question is, do you look at YouTube as a job? Like, is YouTube a job to you?
Yes, you know, and it doesn't, I guess for other people, there has to be like a threshold of, of money, right? You have to make this amount per year to have it be a job or even a part-time job. But now that I do, you know, YouTube, Johnny Q Art full time, now like my referrals are getting sent from YouTube. And so the quality of my content or the quality of my sales per month depends on my TikTok lives, my TikToks, and my YouTube videos. And so I kind of think of TikTok, Johnny Q Art, and YouTube all into one. And so it is my job. You know, I wouldn't say that I make millions of dollars from YouTube, at least not yet, but it all contributes to the bigger picture of me selling Johnny Q.
And are you planning to do like have an art gallery or something, like a location? Are you planning to do that, or have you thought of that?
I don't know. I probably won't, just because it works to be online, and you know I'd have to wait for the pandemic to be over, find a space. You know, once I get further into my journey as an artist, I'm thinking that I'll have maybe some sort of like different office space where I can do big pieces. You know, but again, that's like down the road. I don't even know if that's going to work out, but you know, it's like a pandemic born hobby turned business. And so it's all like, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it kind of thing. So.
Very cool.
Yeah, it is. I view it as a job. I do.
Yeah, YouTube is pretty much a job to people that have a lot of subs. My second question is, has Mr. B? I saw the video. Has Mr. Beast seen the art you created for him?
Yeah, that's a funny video. Yeah, I mean, I think he did. I think he said hi. He commented hi. So
really?
I'm assuming that was him, not anybody else.
Or a fakeness? No, it was probably the real him.
God, what video is it? It's so annoying when people fake it and like they pretend to be Mr. Beast.
Oh, sure. I mean, I would assume it's him. I went to his profile and it looked like it was a real deal.
It was him.
But maybe people can fool you. Maybe just search it. Just search.
What is it called?
I'm on the video now. I'm looking through the comments.
Mr. Beast. Oh, that is so freaking cool.
But he commented on TikTok, not the YouTube one, if that's where you're trying to look. But on this video,
really? No, I just want to see it. Is this the same one?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. I believe so, yeah.
I like the camera style you do. It's very HD. I like the camera style.
Thank you, yeah. But like, yeah, that was a comment. He just commented hi. And when you click on that profile, it goes to his page. He's verified, but like that's a TikTok.
Looks cool.
Very cool.
I want to ask you, it's kind of hard to answer, but how does it ever feel to you when you create videos? Like, how does it feel to you?
Like just overall?
Yeah, like creating videos. How does it all feel?
Yeah, man, dude, it is honestly a high. You know, it's something that I've always wanted to do. Not becoming a YouTuber, but I wanted to create meaningful content for people to see. And the fact that people are watching my stuff through TikTok or whatever means, like that's awesome. But when I can get out my cameras and I can start recording, like they're sold on Johnny Q. And so honestly, it's a high. Like I love creating content just because it's what I've always loved to do.
Sounds cool. I'm 370 subs right now on YouTube. Sweet. And my goal is to get a 1K before like 2022, which is kind of which I think's possible because at the beginning of 2020, I was at like only 103 at the beginning of 2020, and now a year later, I'm at 370. So I think I can
Very
actually
cool.
reach it.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
What do you do on YouTube?
oof, me, I do a lot of different stuff. Most of the time at the moment, I'm vlogging. Like, I do videos like somebody walked down my driveway at night, exploring an abandoned house. I do a lot of vlogging, but in my spare time, I also do like just all sorts like reaction videos, movies.
Mm,
I have a movie called The Virus, which is really good. Everyone loved it.
cool. Yeah. Sweet, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Your videos are really awesome too. I subscribed. Your
Awesome.
content's really cool. Was art always your idea? Like the content you make on YouTube, was it always going to be your idea when you first started of joining YouTube?
Uh, no, it wasn't. At the beginning, I was like, I don't know what to do, but like that's what people always go through, and people watch people that don't know what to do. And I find myself again watching other people and their vlogs, and I'm like, they don't know what to do. Their videos, I mean, their videos are filmed on a phone. I think I can do a little bit better. I have some editing skills, and so I just started plugging away. And no way did I thought, okay, I'm going to start doing art. It kind of just came to me. I don't know how, but I'm sure the next idea will just come to me again. I mean, I'm glad to be doing it, but again, my
Yeah,
YouTube is compiled of the things that I like to do. And I think we're all like that. And I think people should be more diverse and not just, if you're a business, it makes sense to be niche, but people in general, everyone, their number one question is, I get hundreds of DMs. How do I start YouTube? What should I do? What should I film? I'm like, take me through your
Just
day.
start, right?
Let's see what you do. And it's not going to be anything amazing. Like my first vlogs were garbage.
oh, mine too.
But that was
Mine
my
too.
life. That was my life. And I'm like, I look back, that was freaking awesome to look back and see those vlogs,
I know it's awesome to look back at how you first started and how much you've actually upgraded throughout that time. Because
Mhm.
there's actually a YouTuber with us, I think, called NSG Godly. I've been
He's
friends with
here.
him.
Should I bring him on? We got one
Yeah,
more person.
yeah, I've been friends with him since we were like 5. He got a YouTube channel, and at that point, I was jealous of him, so I got one. But I was garbage as well. But throughout the time, like these right here are my thumbnails for like my video. I'll just like try and swipe here. So I need to just wait for it to load in. So these are like the
Mm.
thumbnails I
Does
do.
he? Does NSG Godly know he's on? NSG Godly, are you
Yeah,
there? Oh, you're
Oh,
on.
yeah. I'm playing a
thought you were
horror game right
frozen.
now. Ah!
Yeah, that proves it.
No. I'm
Yeah.
playing The Walking Dead.
So, guys,
I'm
any
sorry.
final question? Fred, NSG Godly, do you guys have one more question
I've-
before we wrap it up here?
Yeah,
I've
I have a
won one.
question.
Let
Okay,
me
what
do
is it?
mine first.
Would you say your total income has raised from like making pictures and like YouTube ad revenue and stuff?
Yes. So for my age, like working in marketing, like I was doing pretty well for my age, but then, I pretty much tripled, if not quadrupled my income. I mean, just, I do say this, but like the first year I did spin art, like when I did it in March till December, I made 6 figures. And so it's hard to wrap your mind about like around that, just selling spin art. But like I've said, they're buying the Johnny Q brand. They're buying, what I do. And yeah, it's cool. It comes out cool and you get a canvas at the end, but the Johnny Q character, the how I do things, it's not, it's hype, but it's like a real hype because at first I just thought this is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's
my
like
thought wasn't
like
right.
oh
My thought wasn't to make a lot of money. That was never my thought. It was just this turned out pretty cool.
It's just
And the
you
people-
expressing yourself, I think.
Yeah, and I've always been artistic. I've always like drawn, and I've won some competitions here and there, but I was never like I'm going to take my art and put it on YouTube. It just again from creating different things and videos, it morphed into full circle. I like art. Now, how do I explain that to the world? So But
Is it more
yeah,
or
I
less
mean,
just like
from YouTube
on the
and like
channel
AdSense and all that
you
stuff,
know?
from sponsorships, yeah, my income has gone up. You know, like anything would be. If you apply hard work and diligence to what you love to do, and you put time into it, things will open up, and yeah, you can make a living off of it.
Dude, that is super, super cool. Johnny Q, thank you so much. Any final thing that you want to say before we end the broadcast here?
Yeah, stop wondering if you should start a YouTube channel. Just do it. Just
And then Fred,
people always ask. Sorry, people always ask, is it too late to start YouTube? I thought that same thing literally in March. Is it too late to start a YouTube channel?
and it's
Check
not.
this on YouTube, and now look where I'm at. You know, it's never going to be too late.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. And Fred 2157, he was waving his hand. What do you have? What do you want to say?
I want to ask the two of you a question. Are you both related secretly? You look kind of alike.
To who?
Are we related?
Well,
Are we
I mean,
related, Johnny Q?
Oh, are we
if
related?
he,
Is it the beard?
yeah,
Maybe
it's the beard,
the
sort of.
brown skin. It could be.
If Johnny wore a hat the exact same as Joey's and
Oh
headphones,
my!
honestly, you're even wearing the
funny.
same kind of shirt. Honestly, I feel like you're both secretly cousins or brothers.
No, we're not related. At least I don't think
Who
we are.
knows?
It's
We
like that
might.
thing. It's like that thing where people walk by and they're like, "He looks like me a little bit."
What's up, NSG Godly?
Yeah, it's like you're secretly long lost brothers.
No.
Right.
Do me and NSG Godly look alike?
Yeah, you guys do. You guys do look like brothers.
Well, there we
I
go.
feel like anybody with an accent, you know, from the same region would look, would potentially be
Yeah.
brothers.
If you think about it though, in my channel, because me and NSG Godly are good friends, in my channel, I pretend he is my brother. I pretend that NSG Godly is my brother, and some
Mhm.
people actually buy it, and I'm like, am I doing the right thing pretending this?
Right. It's awesome.
You could be. You could be. But anyways, John Q, thank you so much for coming on. I myself am truly inspired. So thank you
Sweet,
so much
yeah.
for doing this.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this up, man. We'd love to promote it as well.
For sure. For sure.
Mhm.
Cool. All right, guys. That was an interview with Johnny Q. Johnny Q, stay in the backstage when I end this. See you guys later. Have a good day.